Hello, I'm Stephen Jerome, author of The London Year, and I'm going to continue reading from the book, which you can get on Amazon, let me say. And so we're still in Prague, Czechoslovakia on page 4, moving into page 5. In the end, it was my dear father who came up with a plan, or at the very least the destination, because truly, in that moment, I was without one. The only bridge to my future had burned to the ground. "Go to London," he said. "You have your New Zealand passport. There'll be no problem getting in. You can probably work there too. You've saved enough to land on your feet. Just go. See what happens." Well, he was right on every count. We'd all been born in New Zealand and lived in the U.S. as legal resident aliens for nearly 20 years. The only restriction, short of full citizenship, was that we couldn't vote. As a family, me, my parents, and my younger brother Walt were still members of the British Commonwealth. As a side note, it's interesting to consider that I am the very last generation, 1,000 generations, to have traveled the world by ship. In 1957, international air travel was still a decade away. From Auckland, we boarded the mid-tier luxury ocean liner, the Orcades, and after stops in Fiji, where Walt fell into the fishing pond in front of Government House, in the fish pond, oh my goodness, when he fell into the fish pond in front of Government House, retrieved, covered in green slime by a tall red-jacketed policeman. And Hawaii, we stopped in, where my mother felt a Lemurian connection that brought her back there many times, until several weeks later we landed in San Francisco. I still remember the shipboard experience. Then within days my father bought a car and we drove the coast road south through the redwood forests of Big Sur to our final destination in LA. I was 6 years old. 2 days after the tearful phone call, I was stamped into England on a 1-year renewable visa. I knew no one, had no preparations for being in London at all, but there was no turning back. I carried my bags before wheeled suitcases and moving sidewalks down the long, long causeway at London Heathrow Airport, took a taxi to the Strand Hotel, which is the only one my parents knew to recommend. The plan was to stay there a few nights until I got my bearings and found more permanent lodgings. Well, what's going to happen next? I'm excited to know myself. Okay, thank you for watching. I will continue. We'll go into page 6 next time. Thank you again. Bye-bye.